for them. So I need some relationship advice and why might you be on Zoom? So with that, and while you're getting the chat filled with those, please show some love to Salt and Pepper. Hooray! Welcome and take it away.
Thank you. This is my partner, Jen.
And this is Kurt.
And together we are Salt and Pepper.
Yeah, woo-woo!
No relation to the hip hop group, although we are definitely big fans.
Okay, yeah,
Yes, and definitely not to be confused with Gray.
Oh.
Not Gray.
No.
Yeah, we're clearly Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper. Woo.
All right, so we're going to do a mono theme for you, and we're going to take a look at some of the suggestions over the chat. Why are we on this Zoom call together?
We're on a Zoom call for a 50th wedding anniversary that we're attending.
50th wedding anniversary. All right, and we need some relationship advice. Let's see, some relationship advice. She's always right. She's always right. All right, sounds good.
That's what you're going to wear to this?
What? I mean,
this is my 50th wedding anniversary, and this is what you show up in? Is that a hoodie? Are you wearing a hoodie?
Yes, this is a hoodie. It said a casual experience, and this is very casual, don't you think?
I mean, it's on Zoom, but that doesn't mean that you can't, like, be a little extra for it. This is the 50th anniversary.
I mean, if this was in person, you know that I would dress up very nicely. But if they're not even going to invite us to come in person, then what?
Look, okay, we didn't make the guest list, and I don't want to say it was your fault, but.
Oh, wait a second now. So you're saying that some people got to be invited in person, and we are only invited. You are the daughter of these two people, and we're invited only by Zoom because of me?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm saying.
Is it? I mean, was it my dress? Because you know that. I mean, I could change. I could get out of this hoodie at any time and put on, some, a button-down shirt or something. Is that?
You took the wrong fork at brunch, and my mother has never forgiven you.
That was 47. That was like at their 47th wedding anniversary. I can't believe 3 years ago.
Yeah, their 47th wedding anniversary was when they started calling the list of who would be able to attend in person. I mean, they throw a fancy party. There are individual lobsters at every setting. I know because my mother won't stop telling me about it.
How did I know that there was a lobster fork and a fish fork and a soup fork? That doesn't even make sense to have a soup fork.
In my family, it makes sense. And I did give you the diagrams. I gave you you didn't review them. And this is where we are, watching the lobster dinner from Zoom.
I took the diagram out at the dinner and you took it away from me.
You can't do that. You can't just show them that I made you a cheat sheet. This is serious business. My family has been in the fork business forever.
Listen, I did have a few martinis and, had those martini forks that were just all over the place. So I can't believe that even after that after 3 years, I haven't made any silverware related mistakes in the last 3 years, and we're still not back on the list.
It only takes one fork up.
Oh my God.
Forky was right. And fork me.
So did they, let me ask a very honest question here. Did they say you could come without me?
No.
I know what that no means.
No.
Listen, I appreciate that you're doing this crazy Zoom thing, but you could have gone. I mean, they are your parents.
I understand, but I would be so lonely with all those forks and no husband.
Wait a second. You would be surrounded by family, but you'd still feel lonely without me? That is so sweet.
Obviously.
Oh. Well, that is, thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome. You're worth more than a lobster.
You know what? I don't feel so bad about that fork screw up that took place 3 years now.
I didn't say that. You should still feel bad.
Well, okay, so it's gonna happen. I mean, I'm glad we're doing this little practice Zoom thing. That the celebration is taking place in like an hour. We could still drive over there. Is there anything we can do to get your parents' minds changed? I will straighten up and fork right.
Too little, too forking late.
That's what I thought about that lobster fork. It was too little, and it was too late that I figured out that I needed to use it. Oh, jeez.
You and me both. You and me both. But my parents did send over a nice bottle of champagne. So we can at least drink that while we watch them all enjoy their lives.
Oh. Well, they did not send that to me.
I thought it was in you got the basket though, right?
No, I just received a little card that had the Zoom address. They didn't even email me a link. I had to actually type in every last letter.
All of those letters?
Yeah, it's a real pain in the ass. And they actually like spelled out their address, like they were afraid I was going to be spam. Like they'd say, Phyllis and George at, and they'd spell out at. It was very weird of them. They're more tech savvy than they let on. I think they're passive aggressive towards me.
I don't know that I'd call it passive. Sounds pretty aggressive. Phyllis does hold a grudge, my mother. So.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Yeah, she really does. You know what? The other part about that dinner, they didn't give me any knives or spoons. They just gave me a bunch of forks. It was all forks.
We own a fork business. We don't like any other kinds of cutlery. I tried to warn you. That's why I gave you all those diagrams.
Right. And then when the meal shows up, when the main course shows up, everybody has their filet cut up in little pieces except me. Oh. Right? I have a big, huge filet and 2 forks to try to rip it apart. They did that to make me look like an idiot. You're agreeing. They did that on purpose.
I see it now.
And you're smiling too. You thought it was funny that I looked like an idiot trying to rip a steak apart with 2 forks. One of them undersized.
Amusing, but I thought you were in on the joke.
I was really hungry. I mean, that lobster was good, but it was like that big. So I was starving.
Yeah.
You thought I was in on it?
Yeah, I thought you were in on it. I mean, you were huffing and making a big show of it. I thought you were acting it up. You were hamming it up.
That was honest emotion, and the ham was impossible to get through with those forks.
That's true. Mine was cut up in little hearts. They had them cut up in little hearts. It's adorable.
Well, I'll be honest with you. If they're having this big fork and dinner, I'm glad we're not there. basically everyone, including your cousin Hector, man, everyone was going to be laughing at me again when I'm trying to eat this food.
Well, then maybe I shouldn't tell you how they're going to be seeing us.
Maybe you should tell me.
You know the formal dining room, right?
The formal dining room at your parents' mansion?
Yeah, that one. On the west side of the mansion. Yeah, that one.
I haven't even been in the west side, but I've heard it's great.
Yeah, it is. It's not for guests.
I'm forking family.
I know you're forking family, but you need to bring it up a level. That's all I'm saying. But they're going to have us on a giant screen on the west dining room wall. So we're going to be on full display. I'm just saying you need to like bring your A game.
And I'm going to bring a knife.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Serrated. And chopsticks.
No chopsticks.
And scene. We draw the line at chopsticks. Thank you so much, Salt and Pepper.